So you want to electrify your vehicle? You come to the right place. We do this sort of stuff all the time. Hey everyone, welcome to the Electric Supercar channel. Today we're going to get the Toyota pickup truck moving. For those of you who are new, this is a 1987 Toyota Hilux pickup truck. And we've spent the last several months electrifying this. We've done batteries, we've done power steering. Last time we had a lot of issues. Click. Damn it. Didn't that sound like a fuse?
Whoa, that was way louder than last time.
And this time we're going to show all those issues, how we fixed them, and get this thing driving.
Okay, so this morning we were doing some diagnostic work on the Toyota. We can't get the motor to spin. We don't know if it's a communication issue or if we have something else going on. So the TTC guys, they wanted us to send over some CAN bus recorded traffic. So we're gonna have some of the data messages going from the motor to the TTC. We're gonna see what some of that data looks like. Now I don't know which data is coming from the motor and which one's coming from the motor controller.
All right, we are going to turn on the vehicle so we can flash the vehicle. So I think we've done this a couple times in the past. It'll go to 100%, I think like 3 or 4 times. After we flash, we're now gonna put things back together and see if we can get the motor to turn. So now what we need to do is we need to push the brake pedal so we can switch it into gear, and then push the accelerator pedal to get the motor to run. Tony's up there, and he's gonna push the brake pedal, so hopefully we see a red light here when he does that. So yeah, whenever you're ready, go for it. Okay, we're going into drive. Okay, let off the brake. Okay, go for your accelerator. Nothing. I don't hear it either. Normally you hear like the little high pitch whine. Yeah, so I thought we were there. It can never be easy. We've got the brake switch working. We can switch it into drive or reverse. The accelerator pedal gives us values, but no motor spin, so we'll keep thinking. All right, we are learning more. We found that you need the Model 3 pedal when you're doing I guess a Model 3 motor. So Model S pedal is what we had. We thought it would be compatible. It is not, so we gotta get a Model 3 pedal in, then we can start the motor. The time has come. We've actually got in a different accelerator pedal. This one is from the Model 3, so we're getting things back in position to try it. We've already got some guesses if this will work or not. I'm about 30%. I think Russ said he's about 80%. This is confidence that it'll work. Tony, what do you think?
100%.
Tony's at 100%.
And because of that, I think 20%. Wow, thanks.
John's going for 20%. All right, so he's gonna go ahead and turn it on. We'll check out the iPad. So we're connected, everything seems to be reading okay. So now what you need to do is put the brake switch on so we can shift it in drive or neutral or whatever. So now, accelerator pedal.
Can you see our accelerator pedal?
Yes, I can, and nothing's happening. This motor has been kicking our butt for a long time. It's always just kind of one little thing here and there. So we've got maybe one step closer. We found one wire that was kind of switched at the accelerator pedal. And the reason why this is somewhat challenging, number one, it's like the same color. Number two, the diagrams kind of have like multiple numbers on the same wire. And they've got like 2 wires that are both purple that swap in the middle. Anyway, that's not an excuse. We kind of probably messed up, but hopefully we're one step closer. I don't know, do you guys have a thought if we're gonna spin the motor this time? What's your percentage?
Prediction?
Predictions.
30%.
Got pessimistic over here, 30%. John?
I'm gonna go optimistic this time, 75%.
75? What do you got, Tony?
Like I said last time, 100%.
No, you just ruined it.
So if it doesn't work, Tony jinxed it. Braden, you got a prediction? The likelihood that it's gonna work, that we're gonna spin the motor? What's your prediction?
Like percentage?
Yeah.
50.
50-50. All right, so we're all over the block on this one. God, it seems like we're there. I'm gonna say like 80%. There it goes. Okay, so you want to do brake pedal? All right, so those pessimists were right. It's not working yet. Let's see, I found one more blown fuse, so I'm not feeling confident. I don't think that's gonna do it for us, but we're gonna go ahead and check. We have found that there was a bad, I'm gonna call it a bad ground on one of the legs of the accelerator pedal. And so that was not allowing, when the pedal sweeps, it kind of returns a voltage, and that's kind of what the whole system needs to know what's going on. So we kept on getting an accelerator sync error, and we've kind of now, John kind of found this one. There's John. We believe we've kind of now got a better ground, so we're gonna try again. So Braden, he was at 50%. Now he's saying 65. John?
95.
95. I'm sticking at 80. I'm gonna go with 80. All right, so car's on. Got to do brake pedal and then shift into drive. Oh my gosh, it's going. It is going. You know, give it a little tap on the gas there. Holy. Today we are back with an update on the floor liners. It has been a couple months since we last installed these, so we're just going to take a look and see how they have been doing. Let me remind you of some of the features of these floor liners. They are custom molded to fit each and every car. Let's check the fit. There it is, fits like a glove. Looks really nice. They're made from rugged material that is resistant to weather, scuffs, scrapes, and it really protects your car. So again, one of the main purposes is to keep the car nice, protect it from dirt and debris and damage. So I think it's done that very well. They have anti-slip studs so they don't move around. They are heavy duty and durable. They are odorless and they are harmless. Same stuff they make things like toothbrushes and pacifiers. And they are tailored made to each individual vehicle. And if they ever get dirty, you can just take them right out, hose them off, put them right back in. Super easy to clean. Now is probably the time to show you though how to clean them. All right, these are the most heavily used ones. We're gonna go ahead and clean them up and see how they look. So if you have a newer model car, something like this CR-V, enjoy the protection of a dual layer floor mat system. I think this sort of thing is great for your vehicle. It upgrades it, it provides an extra layer of protection. And so if you're looking to upgrade yours, I'll leave a link in the video description below.
Okay, so the power steering on this Toyota needs a little bit of addressing. The kit that came, that we ordered, has this super long hydraulic line. So we're gonna replace that. So we got some new AN fittings. We're gonna make it a little shorter. So I'm gonna see if John can give us a bend, and then we'll have an aluminum bend 90 degrees, and then we can go around the backside following this hard line, and then we can clamp it onto this AN swivel. We got our flare ends on there like that. So we should be able to get it all onto the pump from there. So we'll get it all installed and we'll see what it looks like. I think that's the winning ticket right there. Boom.
Come on, dude. All right. Perfect. Two plugs made. All right, we are back on the Toyota. We are hooking up some of the ancillary things. So we've got like the DC to DC, and we're gonna test those real quick. So here, 12.5 is the current state of the battery. So when this jumps on, we should probably be up in the 13 somewhere. Okay, he's gonna plug things in, which will turn the system on.
It's like a baby child for him.
Oh yeah, up to 13.9. Good work, guys.
Boom.
All right, we are trying to charge for the first time. So charger's way over there against the wall. We've got an extension cord specifically for chargers. We're gonna be charging over here, and we'll monitor on the BMS to see that we're charging. Go ahead and plug in. Does it say something? So what's disconnect wait? Well, we're at 0 volts and 0 amps, so let's wait for a second.
Connected. It's sending messages.
We had to jump through a few hurdles, but we believe we've got it connected and charging now. So we're here, we're charging at 30 amps roughly. So the things that we had to do to get it to work, I think we either added or subtracted some terminating resistors for the can, and I think we may have had a pilot and proximity wire swapped.
So we have the messages that it's sent to the charger and the BMS. It says it's charge state and that the plug is locked.
So we've got this success. We're going to go ahead and end charging now because we don't have the coolant set up for the DC to DC charger combo. So we're gonna go ahead and end charging. So look at that, we added 0.55 miles.
So it's about 90 degrees.
All right, so the only other thing we're gonna do is we did do a circuit that will disable the ability to go into gear. So we're just gonna double check that while we're plugged in, make sure he can't go into gear. Yep, so what we're doing is he's going on the brake switch. So right here, we're looking for that to not go red.
The red?
Nope.
We did a good job.
Yeah, so that means basically as long as the brake switch doesn't work, we can't go into gear. So that's good. Good job. So we've been charging, but now we're charging with the car off. So Tony, do you want to tell what we're doing or what circuits or things we had to do to get this to work?
So to charge, we need the contactors to close. So what we did is we did some wiring to where the T2C would turn on, but not be able to shift into gear. So if you plug in the car and then forget and try to drive off, that would be bad. So we did a little bit of wiring with some relays, and now it should be good.
Sweet. So what we've got is we use the battery management system. So when it wakes up to a charge, it will enable some of these other features or disable some of these other features. So we're going to try it now for the first time.
Don't make eye contact.
Oh, it's making sounds. That sounds promising. So it does, yeah, it's charging. So this is the app we got. It's charging 31 amps. So we are good.
You can feel the electrons.
Yeah, good job, guys.
They get hot.
All right, so we're adding a radiator for the battery. You know, we're going to use the stock radiator for the motor, but we need to add some cooling for the battery. So we're trying to figure out where the best place to put that would be. So take the grill off. So that's essentially how it's going to be. We got bottom supports. We got that hole that this guy goes in. Everything clears just barely. There you go. Sweet. It's like hardly any clearance. Beautiful. So I'm going to go ahead and clean it up, weld it up, and then do final assembly. Now that we've got the radiator installed, these brackets worked out really well. We've got supports here for the latch. That works nice. Supports down here, supports here. The grill fits in nicely under here. Now we got to get some coolant fittings on here. So these are an AN10. We're gonna have in and out, and we got to get them through this existing hole here. All right, we've got some 3/4 inch tubing here. And we're just getting a nice bend on it. So that'll attach to one of our fittings. There we go. Okay, so we'll get this ready to do some welding, and we'll put a bead on it as well. So we got both sides bent up, and they're gonna go through there obviously and connect to the radiator. Now that they're bent the way I want them, they're feeding the way I want, got to get some AN10 fittings that go onto here and then weld them onto these. So something interesting happened when I welded these on. The black anodization turned orange. I think it looks kind of cool though. But yeah, it's interesting. So anyway, we're gonna test fit these now. Obviously we'll pressure test these, make sure that that's actually sealing. Decided to do, I designed a pump bracket and then sent out to Oshcut. I made this mount for pump, and then I had to find somewhere where I could bolt this. Okay, that easy. Now we'll just hook up this hose as soon as we get the length correct. We're waiting for a fitting. Yeah, I'm super happy with that. All right, check it out, everybody. We've got the grill back on. I really like this, actually. It might paint the radiator black so it blends in, but I'm really happy with the results. Fits nicely behind the grill, and they go through an existing hole already, and they go down to the pump and batteries the way we want.
It was made with love and kindness. How much lower do you want it?
That's probably hold the button. That's good.
Blinking, more blue. No, I'm good.
See, this is the angle that we're all here for. John's boom.
Stop.
Yeah, it's looking good. There we go. Is it going in? How about now? Hey, these ones back here look nice and lined up. And just like that, boom.
In.
Rear battery is installed. So we've tested all the components and now we just have to put it back together. I think we're happy with how it all works. No more blown fuses, so.
Are you a doctor
I'm a doctor.
today?
Cough when I tell you.
No. Dude, you're gonna make a huge mess.
No, I'm not, because I'm not gonna.
You wanna know what would make your line straight is if I did this while you did it, then you'd be like, you get a straight line out of it.
This is looking pretty good. Okay, so what we have to do is put the top half on the battery. It kind of goes around here. We've done this about twice now. Do I need to help you? Dang, you're doing a good job.
I know.
There you go. Hey, the bottom needs to go in. There you
Yeah.
go. Okay, so we got the battery all buttoned back up. We're getting ready to put it back in the Toyota. You can see it's all neatly tied up here with our ratchet straps and all paint marked so we know if anything comes loose.
It's been cleaned off in a way that makes it look like we cared today.
Yeah, it's looking good. You can see John in his natural habitat pulling off. That's your natural habitat.
Definitely.
He's pulling off the fan shroud here. Is that the only fan on this vehicle?
Yep.
So it's our only fans.
It sure is.
It is. Looking good, John.
This is the part where John does an interpretive dance before something gets installed or fabricated.
It's the hope
It's like,
everything goes well dance.
Oh, hey, that's me. My one victory for the day.
You know, it looks a lot smaller when it's in the engine bay. Bingo.
Just like that.
It's looking pretty good.
How incredible of a job are you doing?
I'm doing an incredible job.
We are finishing up on the truck, just some final things, make sure we're good to go. We're giving it some juice, making sure things are charging okay. These guys are checking out BMS things. So again, thermistors and cells are all looking good. Again, everything looks happy here. So again, no faults. Okay, this is the moment of truth. We're just gonna do the first drive. When I say drive, we might just take it in the parking lot, but first time it's gonna move under its own power. Wish us luck. All right. Oh, we'll want the power steering pump on, I think. Okay, so we're gonna try and turn this on.
Okay, do you need the iPad? Oh,
Yeah, so it should. All right, so we're connected. Everything looks like we're good to go. Yeah, so let's do brake. So we're good there. Okay, So we'll go ahead and put it in drive. Okay, it's just... Yeah, so we're still waiting for our final accelerator bracket because we had a switch for a Model S to a Model 3, so we've got a 3D printed one. So it's a little flimsy, but we're able to drive. That's all regen. Yeah.
Oh, I was saying brakes work, but holy crap.
Yeah. I would love it if our accelerator pedal was a little more in place, but this is pretty awesome.
That's
I'm
super.
gonna do one more lap.
Yeah, let's see it. It would be nice if we had one on the road, or you
can
pulling
go-
in the parking lot.
We can just go on that road right there. So you see the drive shaft moving there, right through our gear tunnel. All right, so today's the next day. We actually charged this overnight. The charger works, meaning it completely topped it off and turned everything off. The fan and everything works well, so meaning if the motor circuit, the charging circuit gets too warm, the coolant, the radiator fan will come on. So we're gonna drive it around again to kind of bring the battery levels down, just to be able to charge it up again. We wanna get it lots of use. I also think we may, the first time we may have had a fault code on the BMS. No. We may have had a fault code on the T2C, so we're going to drive it around again, see if we can get that to happen again. That is so fast.
I know, it's insane. I'm super jealous because, dude, that's already warm.
I know, that's awesome.
This car is gonna have no issues with defrosting snow. Dude, that is crazy. Look, it's just glowing. 160 degrees. There's another vent. 150 degrees. That's freaking sweet.
So it feels like there's faults, but it says no faults. So here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna back up. I'm gonna kind of gun it. See, yes, there's a big difference.
Yeah, it's like it's in limp mode, but it's not giving you a fault.
Right, which is like weird. Okay, ready? Okay, 3, 2, 1. All right, so did another little test drive. Again, the heat works amazing, like literally 1 second and it's like the heat's coming out of the vents, just awesome. We did do some driving. For whatever reason, when we give it a lot of acceleration, for whatever reason, after a little bit, it'll drop. So we looked, there are actually no errors. I thought maybe it's going into limp mode, but no limp mode, but it's dropping the max power from like 400 to like 80. And that's just really weird. So I'm gonna ask about that, but other than that, things are looking really good. Again, no errors, charging's working, heat AC we're working, everything's working, so that's great. If you haven't seen one of my videos in a while, you may wanna check your subscription status. If you have a car that you'd like to see us electrify, please reach out to us at electricsupercar@gmail.com. We're taking new builds now. Things like this electric truck would be awesome. Anything that you've got though, we'd be happy to do for you. So big thanks to the crew for getting this all done. This was a big milestone. We've got some cleanup things to do. We do want to get you a kind of full episode of driving. Maybe we'll even take it off-road. But that'll do it for this time. See you next time.
That fuse blew so bad. Dude, that smells terrible. Tamper seal.
Tamper seal is on there. Okay.